If you're in sales and sometimes you struggle with being an excellent salesperson, guess what? Join the club. A lot of people who are in sales sometimes struggle with how to be a better salesperson. They just don't know what to do or how to do things or to get better. So what I've done is I've come up with 10 tips to improve your sales skills so you can be a better salesperson. Let's get this started. Number one, know the definition of sales. So what is the definition of sales? Definition of sales is professionally helping other people to buy. Always remember this, people love to buy. They hate to be sold. So when you know people like to buy or actually love to buy, you're facilitating a process they already want to do. Your job is just to keep that always at the top of your mind. Number two, have a purpose statement. The whole idea here is when you're talking with somebody and you start entering into some form of a sales relationship with them, you need to have a purpose statement that says, hey, let's talk about how everything unfolds here. It could be as very simple as 1 or 2 lines in a retail statement, or it could be a 3 to 5 minute discussion on how the relationship is going to go with the customer in order to complete a sale. So I would definitely recommend writing down the purpose statement and using that in the very front end so people know what you're going to be all about as you take them through the sales process. Number 3 is learn how to read people. Not everybody behaves differently. Some people want to buy fast. Some people want to talk a lot. Some people need guarantees and reassurance. Some people need lots of details. You need to learn how to read people so that when you're selling to them, you're understanding how they behave and tailor your skill sets and your sales approach to fit who they are. If you are a fast talker and you're trying to talk to a detail-oriented individual who wants you to slow down, you'll lose the sale every time. So learn how to read people. Number 4 is modify your communication to best fit the prospect or customer. Some people are very audio-oriented. Some people are picture-oriented. Some people need to get their hands and experience something. You need to find out how people communicate, and you need to match your communication style to fit their style. And so that's where you need to learn, okay, is this person preferred communication going to be a visual? Is it going to be auditory? Is it going to be kinesthetic? And how do you know and figure that out so you can match your communication sets with them? Number 5, learn to ask insightful and intelligent questions. And the whole idea of sales is asking really great questions that leads the candidate, the customer, the client, the patient, to a decision that has the best outcome for them. And that's going to be, what's your questioning process? I've seen too many salespeople maybe ask 1, 2 questions and then try to go ahead and close the sale. And the customer's not ready for that. So learn how to ask different levels of questions. Sometimes you may take a question that leads to another question that leads to another question. And next thing you know, it's 7, 8 layers deep into a conversation that uncovers things that the customer needs to know about, and you can better understand them to make a sale. So learn how to ask insightful questions. Number 6 is research, research, research. Who is your customer? Find out who they are. Get to know them. If it's just like a retail environment where they come in and off the streets, then research, research, research your own product. And or also research, research, research your competitor. The more knowledge you have about the customer, about your product, and your competition, the better off you're going to be to relate an excellent message to that customer that will facilitate the sales process. I've seen too many salespeople who don't do their homework and they lack confidence and people move on to some other place. Number 7 is use a CRM system to track results. Here's the thing is that too many salespeople do a lot of their processing off of Post-it notes or notes in a journal. Have a professional customer relationship management, i.e. CRM program, that does all of that record keeping for you. You have notes from a conversation, an automated process, a email out to prospects or even to current customers. Let the technology work for you. So make sure you're using some form of customer relationship management process to help get you the results you want. Number 8 is learn to overcome objections. Here's the thing is that vast majority of times you're going to get an objection. How do you overcome those objections? Too many times people fumble, stumble, and bumble. They don't know how to overcome objections and they lose the sale. So figure out the best way for you to overcome the customer objections so you can complete the sale. Number 9, which is somewhat related to number 8, is be okay with rejection. Sales, you're going to get rejected. You're going to get rejected over and over again. And guess what? You're going to have to be okay with it. Because I can tell you when I first got into sales, my first couple of rejections, I was devastated. I took it personally. Well, guess what? After 22 plus years, I don't take it personally anymore. And so you have to basically get over that. This is all personal. Instead going, okay, so some will, some won't, so what? Next. Finally, number 10, and probably the most important of these 10 tips, is never stop training. You have to learn how to be a better salesperson. You need to go and take sales courses. You need to read sales books. So consume, 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 so you can get better at learning how to be a better salesperson. As a matter of fact, I've got a webinar coming up. It's called Do Not Suck at Selling. It's going to be an hour-long webinar. I'm going to have a link below for you to sign up for that. Would love to see you there. It's going to be very insightful. It's going to take these 10 principles and expand on them so that you can learn how to be a better salesperson. I hope to see you there. Good luck, and keep on selling.